Our help is in the name of the Lord who made heaven and earth. Heavenly Father, we give you thanks and praise for the gift of our lives. Thank you for this day, for this project, especially the Ghana Gold Project, in which we are considering and executing in a very unique way solar cooking. We thank you for the gift of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. We thank you for the leadership, the management, the staff and students of this university. And we are grateful to you for always crowning our efforts, making us the #1 destination of quality education globally. We are thanking in a very special way for the KNUST Sustainable Energy Service Unit, through whom we have what we have witnessed today, commissioned today, executed and demonstrated today. We thank you for our partnerships, we thank you for stakeholders, and we thank you for all those who are involved in making this a reality for us, and for all our beneficiaries too. We thank you for their lives. As we have come here to celebrate this success, it is our prayer that you inspire us with your blessings and your graces. May all that we do here be to the greater glory of your name, even as we seek to provide for ourselves clean and sustainable energy for our domestic and industrial use. Let your blessings be upon us. We make all these prayers through Christ our Lord. Amen.
So we say thank you very much, Reverend Father Angelina Catholic Chaplain, KNUST. So there's a gentleman called Frank Autry. Frank Autry is a Ghanaian inventor and one of the people who are enthusiastic about solar cooking. He has gained a lot of recognition in terms of these areas. He's come out with a lot. And anytime I talk to Dr. Richard, I'm happy because he's also a gem trying to push a very important agenda. But before then, may I humbly request Professor Kwabena Yakubu to welcome us.
Thank you, MC, and good afternoon. I prefer we are going to Chief of UNA, Nana first. I see representatives of the Energy Commission, the Director, Carbon Market Office EPA, Regional Director, Ghana Education Service, Regional Director, the GT Vet, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is with a great honor and profound pleasure that I welcome you on behalf of the Vice Chancellor of the University of Science and Technology, that is Professor Rita Akusiadex, to the premier Science and Technology University in Ghana. You are warmly welcome. And I also welcome you to this very important event to commission solar PV mini-grid facilities and institutional senior high schools and an off-grid community in Ghana under the Ghana Gold Project. The Vice Chancellor had planned to be with us, but could not due to activities. But she sent her greetings to all. Today we have gathered to commission solar PV mini-grid facilities and institutional e-cookers that will not only enhance access to clean and reliable energy, but also improve the quality of life in our communities and educational institutions. The introduction of the institutional e-cookers in selected senior high schools aligns with our goal of promoting clean cooking technologies that reduce dependence on traditional biomass, enhance kitchen efficiency, and contribute to environmental sustainability. This underscores the importance of innovative approaches in addressing Ghana's energy needs while advancing our national and global commitments towards Sustainable Development Goal 7, which is on affordable and clean energy, and SDG 13 on climate action. This achievement is a result of strong collaboration which we at KNUST value. Because in KNUST, it is one of the means to achieve our mission, which is to advance knowledge in science and technology through creating an enabling environment for undertaking relevant research, quality teaching, entrepreneurship, training, and community engagement to improve the quality of life. I would like to acknowledge our key stakeholders who are here with us. We have the Energy Commission, the Ghana Education Service, the Ghana Technical and Vocational Education and Training, that is GTVET, the Carbon Market Office of the EPA, representatives from the beneficiary senior high schools, and the Traditional Council of Ona. You are warmly welcome. We also have representatives of the UK partners here, in the person of Dr. Ian Bain. I say thank you. I say Akwaba, meaning you are warmly welcome to KNUST. We also have partners joining us virtually. We have Madam Reverend NEIZER and representative of the project sponsors from Innovate UK. You are also warmly welcome. The Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, at the moment we have a little over 90,000 students, and we operate from 6 colleges, and we also have 1 institute, the Institute of Distance Learning. And the College of Engineering, which is hosting this project, is one of the colleges. We also have satellite campuses, Nobuase, Tamale, Accra, Takoradi, Cape Coast, etc. The College of Engineering was also approached by the World Bank to support the Gambia. To introduce engineering programs in the Gambia. So at the moment, we have a campus in Gambia, and we're about graduating the first cohort. The plan is to graduate them in the month of May. As a College of Engineering, we have 3 faculties. We have 11 academic departments, and we run 18 undergraduate programs. Some of our programs are mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, civil engineering, computer engineering, biomedical, telecommunications, just to mention a few. We also have research centers. We have a research center on climate change. We have the Brew-Hammond Energy Center. We also have the Sustainable Energy Unit. We have a research center on transportation engineering. We have the Artificial Intelligence Lab. We also have a research center on water and environment. I hope that after this program, you will make time to pass through the college and see for yourself some of the activities there. We also have an interesting, we have an innovation center, and a lot of interesting things are happening there. I'm reliably informed that yesterday, the solar grid facility at Ona community was technically commissioned. For today's event, the first session saw the commissioning of the physical solar mini grid and the institutional e-cooking facility at the KNUST Senior High School, which many of you witnessed. We also have same facilities provided and installed in some of our senior high schools, specifically the Bosomtwi Girls Term High School, Yasantua Girls High School, and the Catholic Technical Institute. These are the activities that the project has completed. As we officially commission these facilities, let us recognize the immense potential of renewable energy in transforming lives and building a more resilient and energy-secure Ghana. I encourage all stakeholders, communities, school authorities, and policymakers to embrace and sustain these solutions for the benefit of our current and future generations. We would also like the team to consider pathways of scaling up these initiatives throughout Ghana and also beyond. I would like to express our appreciation to the Innovate UK program and the UK government for providing funds for this project. I also like to appreciate the project team at KNUST, led by Dr. Richard Opoku, for making this a reality. And I think they need to get an applause. Once again, I would like to extend our sincere appreciation to all partners who have made this project a reality. We have the representative of the schools here, and together we are paving the way for a cleaner, brighter, and a more inclusive energy future. On this note, I say thank you, and I wish all of us a fruitful deliberation this afternoon. Thank you.
Please, we can do better. We can do better, please. On this note, kindly permit me to acknowledge some important protocols. Of course, all of us are very important, but as customs demands, kindly allow me to acknowledge these dignitaries in our presence. We just had a fruitful message from the Provost of College of Engineering, Professor Kobna Nyako-Brichum. Please, let's acknowledge him again. We also have the Regional Director for Ghana Education Service, Dr. Kwame Amankra Apia. Doc? Thank you, thank you. We have Nana Ejay Ajiman, the first Chief of Ona. Nana Kwaba, PL. And let me also acknowledge the reps from Yasantua. Reps, Yasantua, yes. I'm from Prempeh, so when I see Yas, I'm happy. Yeah. And Dr. Opoku is also from Prempeh, so I'm an addition. Do you have KNUST Senior High School rep? All right, God bless you. Please, let's do it. Catholic Technical Institute, CTI. Bosomtwi Girls. All right, thank you, thank you. We also want to acknowledge Madam Eunice Brichum, Executive Secretary, Energy Commission. Madam, you are around? Okay. Do we have the rep from EPA? EPA. Ah, okay. Mr. John Otinya, CEO of ESN ESL. Ah, thank you. Welcome. Professor Francis Davis, Director, TCC. And our UK partner, IBECCS UK, Dr. Iban. Etesay. Eye. Reverend Father Isaac Menu, head of CTI. Rev. And then our Catholic chaplain, KNUST, Reverend Father Anthony Na. Thank you, Rev. Let me kindly invite our UK partner to give us a message. Innovate UK. Yes. Please let's welcome them. Innovate UK. Yes. Please let's welcome him. Yes.
Thank you. It's a great pleasure to be here in KNUST today, KNUST. It's my turn to get the pronunciation wrong. It's a great pleasure to be here and to see that the work that has been done, particularly by our colleagues in the College of Engineering under Dr. Richard Opoku and through EEK Consultant Electricals Limited through Oliver Colnio. The work they've done has been outstanding. We're very grateful also to the community of ONA for providing us with a site for the array there, and for the 4 technical high schools, senior high schools, for taking part in this particular project. Without them, it would not have been possible. With that, I'll just say thank you also for your hospitality here today, and I will hand over to the next speaker.
Thank you. Please, let's clap for him. Let's clap for him. Thank you very much for partnering. And of course, we cannot continue without having a cultural performance from Ejako Nimo and his grandchildren. Please.
Madam, I am going on. Go so free, Papa, this Madam, I am going on. Go visit, yeah, we'll see 111. The water, Yami, I'm going on. Madam, I am going on. If you show free, Papa, this Madam, I am going on. Echo Missy, yeah, we see 111. The water, coming from a crocodile. What I'm going on. I am going on. Yamina
Right. Well, I thought we'd be clapping more. Wow. Wow. Please, let's do it again. Let's do it again. It's refreshing to hear some of these songs. No computer, no AI. This is natural. Please, let's do it for them again. Thank you very much. Now, we want to connect to Clara King, who is monitoring us from online, and he wants to also present a very wonderful message to us from the Innovate UK. Clara, can you hear us? Hello, Clara. Can you hear us? Right. Okay, when there's a signal, then we can connect Clara to it. But then as we await to connect to Clara King, let's kindly welcome the convener. He's a big brother, very hardworking, and an authority in terms of sustainability. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Dr. Richard Opoku to present on the project overview and the cooking technology. Please, let's do it better. Let's do it better. Let's do it better. And also from Prempeh College. Very important. Kindly share the slides. Kindly share the slides.
Those in the control, okay, I think it's in. Good afternoon once again, and I'm very happy to be here this afternoon to give a short overview of the Ghana Goals project. And I believe that as you hear Ghana Goals, the goals actually means generation operation and access to energy at lowest cost and emissions. And we all know that globally, we have this, what we call the universal access to modern energy services, where the UN is planning that by 2030, every single country, every single community in the world should have access to modern energy services, including electricity. And we should do so by moving on near zero or zero emission pathways, meaning that whilst we are generating power or electricity, we should not be having a lot of emissions, because emissions have very negative impact on our environment. And they have come up with 17 SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, where we have SDG 7, talking about universal access to energy and renewable energy and energy efficiency. So for this project that we are doing under the Ghana Goals, we are targeting SDG 7 and SDG 13, which is on climate action towards improving our environment. I am Dr. Richard Opoku, a senior lecturer at the Department of Mechanical Engineering and the technical lead for this project. When we got the idea to do this project, we realized that when you go to the kitchens of these senior high schools, as you can see, they cook with biomass or wood fuel with a lot of emissions. And if you have a sister or a mother cooking in the secondary schools, is actually terrible. You go there and the emissions come in and going into their lungs, going into their eyes. Almost every day they have to go to the hospital. So we said that, no, we have to stop this. So we are developing this solar cooking technology so that we can migrate them from cooking with biomass wood fuel, which has a lot of negative environmental impact and also health issues, to solar cooking. So we have developed two technologies. I mean, through research, we did a lot of literature review and then came up with these two technologies. One is what we call the metal casing solar cooker, and the other one is the brick casing solar cooker, as you can see on the screen. I believe that many of you who were able to join us for the KNUST demonstration, you saw these two solar cookers physically. And of course, in line with the national agenda, Ghana has launched its National Energy Transition Framework and Investment Plan. And they have put in there that they need about $550 billion for us to realize our net zero emission target. We are saying that by 2060, every single institution, every single household, all sectors in Ghana, we should reach net zero. Net zero means that energy that we are using, there shouldn't be any emissions related to it. So even in the KNUST energy policy, we have highlighted some of the things that we need to do to achieve our net zero target. When we were doing the survey, we realized that in Ghana, over 60–70% of the people cook with wood fuel. And that has very bad issue on the environment. So our main goal is to electrify the cooking sector in Ghana. And we are starting with the secondary schools. So those of you who were at the site today at KNUST Senior School, to be frank, this morning, well, God knows the best. You see, in the morning, we were expecting to have a lot of sunshine so that we can cook a lot of food. Because yesterday when we were at Ona, there wasn't any rainfall. The sun was very bright. But this morning it was raining, and whenever it's raining and you are talking about solar, then you will have to look at it very well. But because we have designed a very efficient system, even though it rained, the system was able to cook food, and when you went there, you tasted the food, true or false? So it is a very good sign that the technology that College of Engineering has designed is an efficient one, and that even if the weather is not bad, we have integrated sand into the system so that the little sunshine that you have, it will be heated, and even when there's no sun, the sand will continue to sustain the cooking. So you saw all these pictures when we were at KNUST Senior High School. And you can see technically, if I'm to take you into the system, we have sand where we have embedded heating elements inside the sand. So when the solar panels generate the electricity, it goes into the heating element, it heats the sand. And when the sun is hot, you have your pot sitting on it, enclosed nicely, and then it will generate steam, and it uses the steam to do the cooking. When you are talking about energy efficiency of cooking, it is all about doing cooking using hot steam. And that is the technology that we are using for our Ghana Goes project. In the olden days, our grandfathers, grandparents used to cook with sand. Sometimes they will heat sand and put their food on it and even go and farm. By the time that they come, it's cooked. So this is what I call traditional technology. And Nana and Nananom are here. We are just borrowing from what our grandparents did, and we are putting it in a very innovative way to do cooking in secondary schools. So we have done a lot of cooking trials. We have gone to cook at Bosomtwe STEM High School. We have gone to cook at Yasantua Girls High School. We have gone to cook at Catholic Technical Institute. We have gone to cook at KNUST Senior High School. And these are demonstrative pictures of what we have done so far. We have also had a number of workshops for these cooks, so that at least we would transfer the technology to them. I don't want a situation whereby I'm in the classroom teaching my divide the edge, and then they will be calling me that they want to cook. I should come and help them to cook. So we are doing the training in terms of operation and maintenance of these e-cookers to the schools. We have cooked several foods, as I've already said, and this is a demonstration of them. And we are also doing the consumer kind of feedback. So in here, we go to Yasanto, we cook, we serve the students, they taste the food, and then they will give us a response. And I think one of the responses that I would like to share is that when we were at CTI, and we served them with kinky, one of the students, when he was interviewed, he said that at first, when they were cooking with biomass, like at the wood floor, they could sense some kind of smoke in the kinky. But now with the solar, you don't smell any smoke in the kinky. Then the other issue is that, you see, when they are cooking with their biomass wood floor, a lot of the food go into waste, what they call kanzo, or whatever. Maybe there's a technical word for it, but yes, when they are using the firewood and the charcoal. But with our solar cooking with steam, you recover 100%. Not even 1% goes to waste. So if you put in 100 kg of rice, you recover your 100 kg of cooked rice. But for the other ones, they could lose about 10 to 20% of the rice to waste. Now, so these are, the question is that what foods can our solar cookers cook? To be frank, it can cook virtually anything. We have cooked rice with it. We have cooked beans with it. We have even cooked apisi. We know that when you are in Ashanti region, we like a lot of apisi. So we have cooked apisi with our solar cookers. And for kenke, that one we cook it almost every day. And it is something that we are excited to present today. We have also, as I indicated earlier, done some training to these cooks because they have to take charge of the systems. And we have developed operation and maintenance manual so that they can follow those information to kind of do their own cooking in the school. And we are training them how to load and how to offload the food from the solar e-cookers. Bringing my presentation to maybe the end, the next step, we have realized that, or the request is that we should also be able to develop the technology to do frying. So, because at the kitchen, they do a lot of frying of fish, donuts, and even the gari processing people, when they are frying their gari, they have made the request. So we are now trying to see how we can adapt the technology to do frying and also baking. And I think as a university, when we have done all the research and we want to bring it out for large-scale commercial implementation, we have to engage with the private sector. So we are trying to see which private sectors, companies that we can engage going forward in terms of creating businesses for this research finding. And of course, as a mechanical engineer, I see a big opportunity for application of our technology in industries. There's a company here called Vesta Oil, and they use a lot of biomass, wood fuel, wood logs to generate steam for frying soya beans when they want to prepare soya beans into oil. And I feel strongly that with a little push, we can advance our technology for industrial application when it comes to steam generation. On this note, I would say thank you very much. And my statement that I want to put across is that let us embrace technologies which have positive impact on our environment. Because we are living in this environment, we all are hearing this climate change issue, because even this today, we all know that in March, usually that's the time that there's a lot of sunshine, but today, look at the weather. It's all because of this climate change and all these things. So let's embrace technologies that help to improve our environment. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Richard Opoku. Let's get some 5 minutes presentation on the mini grid setup by Dr. Oliver Konyo. Doc.
Thank you. I think Dr. Opoku has said it very clear, and I'm so grateful. Our country director is here. Mr. Otain is one of the brain behind what we are doing. And basically with EEK, what we sought to achieve in the course of the project was for energy efficiency, energy security, and sustainability. One aspect we want to introduce, and we have introduced, is automation, trying to automate the consumption with respect to the mini grids. So what happens was we started with a mini grid in the community where we started with no electricity on our community, installed the LV lines, and then installed the PVs. And then from there, we did the installation of the inverters and the batteries, introduced what we call the advanced metering infrastructure in the community so as for research purposes, we can sit comfortably in the university and monitor every activity of the community. That notwithstanding, what we have introduced, one of the innovations is threshold management, to be able to control demand and supply. So what happens in this case is, as the community continue to increase their consumption, we should be able also to monitor and control it. So with the aid of AMI technology, we are able to monitor and control that. In the aspect of the secondary schools, we also introduced the same AMI technology in the PVs that were constructed, so as even in the aspect of their cooking, for research purposes, we should be able to know what is being generated and what is being consumed, and for any future research activity. And with the electrical aspect, just as the technical lead said, Dr. Opoku, we are supposed to train the users so as they will be able to use it without any challenge. And as we said, the key thing we noticed with respect to our automation is about energy redundancy. The system was installed in the community as far back 2024 August. So possibly for about 8 to 9 months now, we've noticed increase in consumption. During the visibility for the sizing of the mini grids, it was noticed that we needed only about 15 kilowatts. But to the surprise, after 2-3 months of testing the mini grid in the community, it moved from that to almost about 25 kilowatts. So if we were not to do some energy analysis to size it bigger, we could have had challenge. So when we saw that, we introduced the threshold management to control it. We saw it from the control room in the energy center here, as well as our center. So from the aspect of redundancy, we were able to see that as far as November 2024, we had about 529 kilowatts as redundant energy. As the months go, in December, it reduced to 402 kilowatts. And as it goes, as at now, February, the redundant energy we have is 315 kilowatts. So it means that growth is taking place, economic activities are taking place, hence there's the need to monitor and increase the storage capacity for the community. Now, coming to the schools, we also notice that with the schools' interest in clean cooking, they requested, as Dr. Poku said, that we increase the battery capacities so as in weathers like this, they will be able to have free cooking in the schools and then be able to do away with the firewoods and the LPG gas. On that note, basically with the mini grids, that is what we have for the community. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Oliver Konyo. Now, I understand we can connect to our partners monitoring. So let me start from Clara Ken. Clara, can you hear me? Hello, Clara. Operation room, can we get a clearer connection from Clara? Can we also join Clive so we can connect to both of them, then they can speak to us? Is Clara online?
Yes.
Great. Now we can hear you. Everybody is here. Speak to us.
Fantastic. And you're able to hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you.
Great. So thank you so much for giving me some space to speak today during your agenda. And I want to say just thank you everyone for coming today, and congratulations to Ghana Goals, the project as well, for being so successful and being such a fantastic ambassador for Innovate UK funding across the globe. Innovate UK, for anyone who's not familiar, is the UK government's national innovation agency. We support business-led research and development across a range of sectors, and I sit specifically within the Energy Access team, which receives funding directly from the UK government through the Ayrton Fund. And our mission and our goal is to accelerate the innovation needed to reach Sustainable Development Goal 7, so SDG 7, which you mentioned earlier on today. And our flagship program, which I think you're all familiar with, is our Energy Catalyst funding program, which aims to improve lives and energy access across Africa, Asia, and the Indo-Pacific region. We work with partners across the UK and across the globe in order to facilitate the development of innovations in this sphere and in this area. We provide financial and advisory support to businesses. So we provide grant funding as well as business mentoring, which hopefully you've all been in receipt of, which has allowed us to get to this final stage of the project. And we provide support to innovators from around the world, so not just UK organisations, as you will know. We work with businesses and academics as well as other NGOs, hospitals and organisations from across the globe to create strategic partnerships with local businesses and communities. And I believe that this project is a really fantastic example of businesses and organisations working together across a range of different countries and demonstrating that local partnership, which we try to create and which we try to showcase in our successful projects. And we hope to uncover insights onto how to unlock the best outcomes in the countries that we work with. So tapping into local knowledge, expertise, and bringing together organisations who are able to work together and achieve sustainable and impactful solutions like the ones that you're showcasing today. And we also want to help organisations develop business models that share value and create local benefits. And I think that really this project is a fantastic example of ticking each of those boxes and of showcasing each of the benefits that our funding and our support is trying to provide. So I just want to say congratulations and thank you so much for demonstrating the support that Innovate UK can provide, for showcasing the benefits of the Energy Catalyst programme, and for having us here today to speak as well. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Shall we give it up for Clara Ken? Thank you so much. We appreciate your input. Can we also have Clive? Is Clive online? Can you connect to us now? Clive, are you online? So you can also speak to us.
Clive, are you able to connect?
Yes. We can hear you. Please speak.
So I'm Rajvan. I'm just checking with Clive. So earlier we were talking, but nobody could hear us in the room. So I'm just checking if Clive is there to come in.
Yes.
I'll speak later.
Everything is clear. We can hear you.
Yeah, please, he's muted. So if you can ask him to unmute. Clive, could you please unmute?
When she was speaking, we could hear her.
No, Clive is the one that is muted.
Okay.
Clive, can you unmute, please? Please, let's go on.
Yeah, let's go.
He's still muted, so please, let's go on.
Should we move on, please?
Yes, please.
All right, thank you. I'm sure that once we get her connected, then she will speak to us. Thank you so much. Let's get some presentation on carbon savings and project sustainability from Ian Bine. Shall we welcome him?
Thank you. I will not use the slides because there were rather too many of them, and I think it's probably easier, given the time we have as well, if I just speak. One of the key drivers, as Dr. Richard Opoku said, is that we are looking to improve the environment and specifically to go towards a net zero environment under SDG 13 of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. We are very conscious, therefore, that in order to be able to justify the project and in order to be able to create replications of similar projects elsewhere in Ghana or maybe across sub-Saharan Africa or elsewhere, that we need to be able to show that there have been real carbon savings. And so there's a very strong sustainability element in that. So on that, we've taken 2 or 3 different approaches. One of which is we've actually looked at the fuels that have been being used before in the schools, heating the cook pots, to discover what type of wood they're using, how much they're using, and where it has been sourced from. From that, we're able to deduce a certain amount of carbon dioxide that would be released into the atmosphere if it was more or less completely combusted. And that enabled us to give us a figure that can produce a carbon figure that we are effectively avoiding by replacing it with photovoltaics. That's quite important because that in turn can then help unlock financial sustainability. But it's not just about the environment, it's also about getting the finance correct. The financial sustainability element can depend on a number of features, one of which obviously is the contribution that the schools or the communities can make themselves. So if they're no longer having to pay for firewood, then that's money that can be used to perhaps support the continuation of a photovoltaic array, both in terms of its maintenance and also producing a fund for its replacement when, after many years, it may no longer be fully functioning. But there are also possibilities and options that we have been exploring for bringing in finance from third parties, generally finance from the richer countries of the world, which can be either through carbon credits or through impact investing. Carbon credits are a particular mechanism that enables people to be able to claim that they have in some ways offset emissions that they've made somewhere else. So for example, if you take a flight, you are using kerosene, and that flight is going to be emitting carbon pretty well whatever you do. Yes, you can use a certain degree of sustainable aviation fuel, but that tends not to work very well. So to help offset that, they can then invest or pay for investments in projects such as the ones we've been seeing here that will actually then reduce carbon elsewhere in the world. So that's the first mechanism. The problem we have is finding reliable figures for the carbon savings, and I mentioned that we're doing some calculations on that basis, but also that they're quite like larger projects where you're talking about not just one community with a new array or 4 senior high schools, but they might be looking at 50 communities or 200 senior high schools. So that's the first issue. The second one that's been looking at, though, is also the possibility of impact investing. And that's where someone can come along and actually say, rather than investing in a UK company or an American corporation, we'd actually like to invest in projects in Ghana, and we would expect some financial return, but probably rather lower than would normally be taken because of the risk elements, because we recognize that we're having a positive impact on the communities in which that's taking place. So that's the second route for sustainable finance that we've been looking at. At the moment, we're still exploring options. We can't give you any straightforward answers, but that's the direction that we've been heading. And certainly the results that we're seeing coming through from the schools, from ONA, are actually really encouraging, and that they may well be very attractive for future investment projects. And with that, I'll just again repeat what I said before about thanking all the partners we had locally for making this a great project, and to hope that you are having an enjoyable afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you for that insightful message. We are hoping for more partnership in this area, especially as other African countries are really doing well in terms of solar cooking. Let me kindly invite Rajvant NEIZER to present on the project milestone, deliverables, and also achievements. Is Raja around?
Yes, I'm here.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Rajvant, can you hear us online?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes. We can see you. Please unmute.
Yes. So do you have
Please
the slides?
unmute so we can hear you, yeah?
I'm on unmute.
All right, now we can hear you now. Please speak.
Okay. Great. So can we have the slides as well? Can we share the slides?
Production, do you have the slides? Dr. Ines, can you kindly share the slides with the production team so they can project it for us?
They were there a minute ago.
All right, I will do that right away.
Okay.
Yes.
So just while that's happening, just again, we started this project 2 years ago. I can't believe it's been 2 years that's passed, but how we've, again, just to congratulate the team on all the effort. It's been a pleasure working with all of the partners, and to see that we've actually achieved what we set out to do is a great pleasure. So some of my slides are just really about that, the vision we had, and then moving to the reality. I can probably just share my screen, to be fair, and my slides from there if it makes better sense, which I will do right now.
Please speak.
Yeah, it's hopefully you can see my screen, and as I said, it's been it's been a personal pleasure to work with everyone. Everyone
All right.
is,
then please
challenges.
share your screen. Please share your screen.
I'm sharing my screen.
Great.
Yeah. Can you not see it?
Is that the one with some personal highlights?
Yes, that's right.
Great. We can see it.
Yeah. Great. So yeah, again, we've had challenges. We've had, we expanded from actually 2 schools to 4 schools, and so we've had some budget challenges that we worked around, but we managed to deliver everything within time and scope. And we are looking, at how we're going to make this sustainable. and to provide more, accurate pricing for service charge. That means that we can have some maintenance of the grid moving forward. One of the largest costs, in fact, is transport. So if they're, again, by engaging with the schools and community and getting their support around some simple operations and maintenance, will really reduce some of the transport costs for EEK and, to maintain the sites. We are looking to have further funding to use those sites for optimizing the mini grids because, looking at the data, clearly there are other times of the day where the sun is shining, where we got solar PV production, and we are not doing any e-cooking. So can we use this for e-bikes, etc.? So we're personally looking at further funding, potentially other rounds of energy catalyst funding. I won't go through the milestones and deliveries, but we had to achieve certain milestones and delivery to get paid by Innovate UK, and this all formed part of our project. This is just saying we went from vision to reality. So this was part of our bid, and this is the final completion, of the project. Some of my personal highlights is the fact that we worked, very closely with stakeholders. Thanks very much to Eunice. I must give her a big shout out as well. She's put a lot of hard work in the background, organizing stakeholder workshops and, just getting their feedback, because obviously without feedback and buy-in, we don't have a project. So part of that is the training on how to maintain solar PV panels, training on the chefs. We went through, things like burns management, health and safety, sustainability, a whole picture, wider picture. And as previously mentioned as well, we've got the CAFIT Tech Institute, we got KNUST, and we hope that one of the sources of income for the whole project would be from training that also goes into a fund that can also help with the ongoing maintenance of the sites. So that's something that we need to look into post-project. Yeah, just some pictures of the food. I'm sure you have seen some of these before in the brochures. Some very positive feedback. It's also in the brochure, the testimonials. And the plan is that, we would like to keep Honor as a research project. So we'll have, a bank account with KNUST that really manages the operations. But we will also look at creating a separate legal entity in which, investors can invest into the expansion of this across, Ghana, rest of the senior high schools, and also other parts of Africa. So we're looking at 2 separate legal entities. And I think Ian's talked about, a little bit about the Carbon Markets Office and getting carbon credits, and that we need to really have size and scale. So we need to have a good portfolio for interest in getting carbon credits. So that's not just going to happen overnight. And so looking forward to further exploitation, further scaling of this project. And just a great pleasure to have. So Consortia was the project lead for Ghana Goals. KNUST is the technical lead. We had a great team from EEK and my colleague Ian Byrne, who's there with you in Ghana. I could not make this trip. I will be coming in October. I had some health issues, and so I had to postpone my my time to come. But I will be coming in October, so definitely get the chance. And I'm here actually with my father, who's going to say a quick hello. He was the senior lecturer at KNUST in mechanical engineering, and my mom is also here. And she was a lecturer in the zoology department almost 40 years ago, when there were just 15,000 students. And now there's 90,000 students at KNUST. So And I used to live on Okodia Road as well, number 68 Okodia Road. So I look forward to seeing everyone in October. And so that's it from me, from my side. Cannot hear. We cannot hear you.
Yes, I'm so excited with the way you are giving some vivid description about KNUST. It does suggest how you miss KNUST. Anytime you come here, you are almost welcome to the #1 institution in Ghana, sustainable, friendly environment. And of course, there have been so much improvement in KNUST. I'm sure that you'll be happy the next time you come around. Thank you very much. And we pray that you'll be healed very faster. Yes. Greet your parents for us. Thank you. Shall we give it up for her again? Thank you. Thank you. Let's invite the Energy Commission representative to talk about the regulation on mini-grid development and operation in Ghana. Any rep? Okay. All right. Please, let's welcome her. Yeah.
Good afternoon. The Vice Chancellor of KNUST, the Provost for the Center of Excellence for KNUST, the Commissioner for the British High Commission, the Chief of ONA, all other protocols observed. The Energy Commission is glad to be associated with this e-cooking project. Clean cooking has been a priority of the government of Ghana since the 1990s. Interventions implemented by the government through the Ministry of Energy and its agencies include the promotion of LPG for cooking in secondary schools, the 1989 National LPG Promotion Program, the 2013 to 2019 Rural LPG Promotion Program, and the ongoing LPG for Development Program, as well as the National LPG Promotion Program, which operationalizes the Cylinder Recirculation Model, or CRM. E-cooking is gradually gaining prominence in the National Dialogue on Clean Cooking and has been included in the whitelist for carbon projects in the National Dialogue on Clean Cooking and ongoing revisions on the nationally determined contributions for Ghana. Accordingly, the Energy Commission is collaborating with the Ghana Standards Authority to adopt standards for clean cooking solutions, including induction cook stoves and electric pressure cookers. Over the last couple of years, the Commission has worked closely with the Environmental Protection Authority, the Ministry of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, and the now Ministry of Energy and Green Transition to develop clear guidelines for cook stove carbon projects seeking authorization under the Article 6 framework of the Paris Agreement. In 2024, the Commission developed guidelines for manufacturers, importers, and retailers of improved biomass cook stoves and clean cooking appliances. The implementation of these guidelines will commence this November, together with the implementation of a standards and labeling scheme for improved biomass cook stoves. We congratulate the Department of Mechanical Engineering at KNUST for the successful introduction of e-cooking in the 4 schools and the community. I just left a zonal consultative workshop on a clean cooking policy and strategy for Ghana, which is currently taking place at the Lancaster Kumasi Hotel for the Middle Belt, jointly organized by the Ministry of Energy and the Energy Commission, the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition, and the Energy Commission. We look forward to receiving some empirical data from you on the performance and socioeconomic impact of your intervention in the schools to help shape our policy on clean cooking. We would also like to collaborate with you to promote the local manufacture and use of e-cooking solutions in schools under our senior high schools Renewable Energy Challenge program. On the mini-grid front, the Energy Commission has drafted the regulations for mini-grids in line with the government's mini-grid policy, which was issued in 2017 and again in 2019, to promote the development and utilization of mini-grid systems in off-grid communities, including lakeside and island communities. All this towards the achievement of universal access to electricity by the year 2030. Government has chosen a public sector-led approach to the development of mini-grids in Ghana. Thus, mini-grid developments would be financed by grants and concessionary funding. The Build, Operate, Transfer, or BOT delivery model is being used in collaboration with private entities as engineering, procurement, and construction contractors. Hence, the Volta River Authority, or the VRA, is responsible for managing and operating generation and distribution assets and customer services of all government-funded island-based mini-grids on the Volta Lake and the Volta River. The Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG, and the Northern Electricity Distribution Company, NEDCO, are responsible for managing and operating both generation and distribution assets and customer services of all government-funded mainland and lakeside mini-grids within their respective operational areas, which are in the southern and northern parts of Ghana. Currently, the Volta River Authority is managing the 5 mini-grids that have been implemented by the government of Ghana under the Ghana Energy Development and Access Project, or GEDAP. The Commission acknowledges the contribution of the solar PV mini-grid and the e-cooking project to the attainment of Ghana's universal energy access goal. We look forward to discussing with KNUST and partners how to streamline this initiative to the government's mini-grid policy and regulatory framework. Thank you very much.
Please allow me to do the needful. That's the Executive Secretary, Energy Commission, Madam Eunice Brichun. Please, let's clap for her again. Thank you. Yes. So we move as quick as possible so we can all go home. The next one is to get some testimonies from the project beneficiaries and electronic supply. So 30 seconds, 1 minute. Shall we get the reps here quickly to tell us how so far they are benefiting from the solar cooking? Can we get the school's representative? Yas Santoa, KNUST Senior High School, Catholic Technical Institute, Busumchi Girls, please. A rep quickly. Yes. Let's welcome them. Let's welcome them. Come and tell us something, how you are benefiting from the project. If you are not, then we'll come and dismantle it. Yeah. Yes, please come. Good. Please, let's welcome them. Let's welcome them. Yeah. All right. So you tell us where you are representing, and then 1 minute.
A very good afternoon to everyone. I'm Edith Edusafo, representing KNUST SHS. The solar steam cooker has been a significant impact on our school, proving to be an energy efficient and fast cooking solution. By utilizing steam, it enables large-scale cooking within a short time, making it a superior alternative to sawdust and firewood. Thank you.
All protocol duly observed. I am Stella Isa from Yasantoa Senior High School, and I'm the Assistant Administration. Like Dr. and Co said, I don't know why Yasantoa was picked, because looking at where Yasantoa is coming from, KNUST is very close. Before we get to Yasantoa, we equally have Pempe and other schools. But fortunately for us, we are one of the beneficiaries of the Clean Cook. Honestly, our kitchen women have been suffering. the smoke and all other things. Looking at the saucepans, all other things. Like Dr. even said, one student testified to say that unlike the solar cook, when the kinky is boiled, through the normal one, I don't know how to say it, the smoke one, honestly, when they eat, they could smell smoke coming from it. But with this, it's superb. Within some few minutes, we enjoy our cook. Like we went outside, we saw a lot of things, and we could only see the steamer coming out from it. So I pray that UK and other beneficiaries will equally push more into it so that it will not be one. The system wouldn't be one. It will be more than necessary. Because I could see that Pempe people came with us. They are ready to buy, but we had it free of charge. Thank you so much.
I am Reverend Father Isaac Menu from Catholic Technical Institute. My testimony with regard to the usage of this e-cooking is that it is time efficient. And because of that steaming aspect of the technology, you can even start the cooking and finish earlier because the heat will still be sustained in the technology, so that even if you have prepared the food earlier, it will not get cold. It will still be warm and be served to the taste of the student. And it has helped us very much. And we thank our sponsors for that.
Our sister from Yasantua, you were wondering why we had to bypass Prempeh and come to your end. But I told you the reason. The convener is a Prempeh Khalid guy. And to solidify the alliance, obviously, we will choose Yasantua. So we're being biased. Please. Yes.
My name is Otenya. I'm from Electronic Supplies. EEK is a subsidiary of ours, and we collaborated in getting these projects done. And yeah, in terms of benefits, I think that it's an opportunity for the application of renewable energies all across the schools, particularly the high schools. But eventually, it's an area where it should affect a lot more than just the senior high schools. To begin with, it calls for more training in the renewable energy sector, in the solar application of solar energy. And it's such that we already have started some collaboration with another university, Amstead. We've even provided them with a solar lab, so we can expand this. So on the one hand, it's just as if it's only the cooking. On the other hand, we should see it as an opportunity for further education and expansion of the use of renewable energies here. Electronic Supplies has a history of over 30 years in the electronics and ICT industries. And we find as we go along that energy is one of the challenges in all the different areas where we install equipment of whatever sort. And so we are glad to hear that the sponsors are investigating ways of which we can raise more finance. And I believe even the schools, whatever you are spending on firewood and whatever, can you quantify it now so that that itself becomes a basis for the provision of finance, for the maintenance, which is going to become a critical aspect of all these programs as we go along. So at the handing overs, we are saying that we should come together and evaluate how we can consistently maintain the things. All of it provides opportunities for innovation, which is what Innovate UK is about, in such a way that we locally benefit from the innovation and also learn to innovate so that ultimately all of us benefit from the program. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you so much. I'm excited. Thank you for the future of this particular project. Now we can invite Dr. Kwame Amankra Apia, Regional Director, GES, to tell us in terms of sustainability and also to charge him whether indeed, maybe by next year when we gather, we have more schools, including my school, having solar cooking. Please let's welcome him.
I have a green blood. At least the Tapuku understands. The Provokes College of Engineering. Let me dwell on the existing protocols. Because the minister is not here, the VC is not here. Yes. I've seen a lot of assistants here. Assistants head from Prempeh, KNUST, Asantua, yes, and the principal. Then our partners, development partners, reps from KNUST, media, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great delight that I stand before you today at this significant occasion of commissioning of the Ghana Goals project at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science Technology. This initiative marks an important milestone in our commitment to promoting sustainable, clean cooking solutions in our secondary schools across the nation. Ghana education systems does not only seek to develop the intellect of our students, but also to create a safe, healthy, and a sustainable learning environment. Over the years, school feeding programs have played an essential role in ensuring that our students receive nutritious meals to support the academic and personal development. However, the traditional cooking methods employed in many of our schools pose a serious environmental and health challenges. The excessive reliance on firewood and charcoal contributes to deforestation, indoor air pollution, and respiratory health issues among kitchen staff and students. In light of these challenges, the Ghana Education Service, that's the GES, in collaboration with our partners, in collaboration with our strategic partners, have envisaged a transformative shift towards a clean cooking in secondary schools. This vision aligns with the broader national agenda of promoting renewable energy, environmental sustainability, and improved public health. The Ghana Goals project represents a bold step in actualizing this vision by introducing energy-efficient and environmental-friendly cooking technologies in our schools. Clean cooking solutions, such as improved biomass, stoves, LPG systems, and modern electronic cooking appliances have the potential to prepare a good meal in our educational institutions. These technologies significantly reduce carbon emissions, enhance energy efficiency, and protect the health of our students and school staff. By integrating clean cooking into our schools, we are also reinforcing our commitment to achieving the Sustainable Development Goal, that's the SDGs, particularly Goal 7, by ensuring access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy of all. As we have commissioned some of these projects today, we call upon all stakeholders, especially government agency, development partners, private sector actors, and academic institutions to continue supporting this noble cause. The success of this initiative will not only improve the welfare of students and the staff, but also set a precedent for sustainable practice in our education set and beyond. Let us embrace this transformative journey towards clean cooking in SHS, knowing that by doing so, we are securing a healthier, a more sustainable future for our students and our nation. Thank you, and may this project yield the intended benefits for all our schools and communities. Thank you.
Thank you, Senior. And thank you that your blood is green. Because recently, we won the Super Zonal. It's not my fault. Go to good school. You'll be fine. Let's welcome Professor Francis Davis to tell us about the readiness of local artisans for the uptake of institutional cook-stove technology. Prof.
Thank you. Thank you. And I want to stand on the existing protocols by bringing you greetings from the governing board, management, and staff of TCC International Center for Innovation, Manufacturing, Technology Transfer, and Entrepreneurship. I salute my provost, and provost salute, and I am here because of his hard work, and I'm presenting what the local artisans are ready to do, and I am here again to say that we are grateful to the provost of the College of Engineering, to KNUST, for giving us the opportunity to be part of this project. Thank you, Dr. Richard Opoku, and thank you for the gallant team for this opportunity. And so we have come a long way, and so far, so very good. We have trained artisans in Swami Magazine leading to technology commercialization. We have created Gratis, and today it is all around the country. Gratis is Ghana Regional Appropriate Technology Industrial Service, and it's as a result of this center that KNUST over 50 years ago set up. It was set up to interface industry and research and development of the university. And so straight from start, KNUST, the leading university, felt that anything we do must go straight to the beneficiaries. And so we have done this, and we go all the way to the local artisans. TCC has been the TVET version of the university. And so today, if they say KNUST is only for Abrofo, they don't go down with engineering. That's not true. My provost is here. We go all the way down to the vocation and the informal sector. We have been in this cook stove space for quite some time. We have a cook stove testing lab that tests the expertise and the knowledge of that. And so getting the opportunity to design and manufacture institutional cook stove to us was a huge achievement, and we thank you so very much. It sits very well with our objectives to collaborate and develop transfer and to develop and transfer innovative engineering solutions. And today, we are here to let you know that our mandate is to provide space for product development, dissemination, and knowledge uptake to facilitate continuous professional development, and this is exactly where we are. And so we have done this institutional cookstove technology, and we are proud to be part. Again, when I say we, I'm talking about the College of Engineering, of which we have worked so proud and so high with. And so for the center, we have successfully designed, fabricated, and tested this solar cooker. We are not going to rest on our hours. We will continue to develop this and then take it further and higher. When the technical lead was talking, he said they are looking out for one that can fry, that can bake. I'm happy to inform us that research has already commenced, and we are already testing a frying cook stove and then the baking cook stove, and hopefully we will be able to present it to the institutions through the source. As to the artisans uptaking this, we are already working with them. Today, we have worked with them to learn the health and safety of the traditional stoves, and we've told them that embracing this will be able to empower them economically and also save our environment, which is fast being taken away. We've made them appreciate the market demand and the skills development. All that we ask from you is to support us, give them the necessary technical skills, and to embrace all. KNUST has set up this center, and it's right at the heart of SWAMI, and we work with them, trying to let them appreciate manufacturing standards and how to do it the KNUST way, the science and technology way. And so far, so very good. I'm happy to inform us that they are coming along. Today, if you go to SWAMI and ask of the foundry workers, they will tell you they were trained by KNUST. And tomorrow, I believe, we'll go and ask for institutional cookstove fabricators, and they will repeat the same story, trained by KNUST. Access to resource will be very much welcome. Most of these artisans will need our support, and if you're able to support them with the tools and the raw materials, backed by the necessary financing, we'll be able to let them know that their product is already market ready and the demand is there, and so they will work with this. Thank you so very much for this opportunity. For our preparation strategy, we will continue with awareness campaign, tailored training programs, accessible support systems, and also let them know the subsidies, microloans, and partnership that is coming from the incentives and funding opportunities that this will bring. To our major stakeholders, government, we are saying that let's build policy around this and make sure we drive it through proper regulation and funding. The research, I said, will continue to simplify this technology adaptation and continue developing this product all the way to we embrace it fully. Private sector and NGO, let's do venture capitalists in this and support us again with the necessary resources, and the community leaders, we pray that will continue with the advocacy, and especially the Director General is here, encourage institutions in the community to utilize this product. The center seeks to continue its mission and will also continue to support this innovative research and advance in deeper way. We'll continue to collaborate with the stakeholders, and I want to once again say that the local artisans are key drivers in technology adoption and uptake, and they are ready with our support. Thank you once again for the college provost for this opportunity. Thank you for the project. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prof. Francis Davis. We now take the awareness creation for GS in carbon financing initiative for schools, and then we'll take one from the EPA representative. Please, let's welcome him.
Good afternoon, everyone, and I want to also stand on existing protocols. I bring you warm greetings from the CEO and the lead of the Ghana Carbon Market Office of the EP. Unfortunately, he traveled out of the country, so he couldn't join. It is an honor for the Environmental Protection Authority to collaborate with esteemed research institutions like KNUST to drive innovation and efficiency in clean cooking. We appreciate the Center for this opportunity to highlight the work that we are doing at the Carbon Market Office and then the valuable opportunities that it also presents. Today, we gather here as researchers, policymakers, and partners at the critical juncture in our nation's climate action journey. Ghana is actually committed to reducing greenhouse gas emissions as outlined in our ambitious 2021 nationally determined contributions. We have a target of 64 million tons of CO2 equivalents through mitigation actions, and we're looking at a dedicated pathway to a sustainable future and ensure that we implement these climate actions. Central to this effort is the transformation of our energy landscape, particularly in the area of clean cooking technologies. The need to accelerate the adoption of clean cooking solutions in Ghana schools has never been more urgent than now. Traditional cooking methods continue to pose significant health risks, contribute to deforestation, and impact climate change. The government of Ghana recognizes this challenge and is committed to transitioning towards modern, efficient, and sustainable cooking technologies that can improve our health, protect the environment, and enhance socioeconomic well-being in our schools. The distribution of 3 million improved biomass cook stoves and the expansion of LPG access, aiming to transition at least 50% of population to LPG by 2030, are not just targets. They are vital components of our broader strategy to enhance food security, improve public health, and protect our environment. These efforts are not only aligned with our national objectives, but also contribute to global climate action under the Paris Agreement. Today, this sector is actually in the spotlight, thanks to KNUST and partners for the strong collaboration effort in doing this extensive research and innovation of these institutional solar electric cookers. Government policies and interventions from various stakeholders have positively influenced the clean cooking market, paving the way for research, investment, scaling up, and commercialization. Several businesses and investors have expressed interest in disseminating improved cook stove, institutional cook stove, electric cook stove, and pressure cookers, LPG stoves, among others, under various carbon initiatives. Due to this rising interest in our commitment to the Paris Agreement and in fulfillment of Article 6 of the Paris Agreement, the Carbon Market Office has been established to serve as a secretariat that is responsible for providing technical and administrative services to the public and supports the implementation of the Ghana International Carbon Market and Non-Market Approaches Framework. This has created an enabling environment for carbon market transaction in Ghana. The CMO, with support from USAID, has developed a cook stove guideline to support developers to enhance standardization, credibility within the market, and drive investor confidence. In December 2024, Parliament passed a legislation to facilitate the implementation of carbon markets in Ghana. This has actually come to complement the publication of the Ghana Carbon Framework on international carbon markets that was developed in 2023. We have actually increased our bilateral cooperation to 5 nations. We're currently cooperating with the government of Switzerland, Sweden, Singapore, South Korea, and Liechtenstein. While the agreement with Switzerland was signed in 2020, is currently under implementation. The agreement with Sweden and Singapore were also signed in May 2024. The agreement with South Korea has reached the cabinet level, and that of Liechtenstein is under negotiations. We currently have about 70 carbon market projects as part of our pipeline, and these are at various stages of implementation. As of now, 3 carbon market projects for international transfer that amounts to 5.9 million tons CO2 equivalent have actually been authorized. The 5.9 million tons of ITMOS account for 25% of the minimum 24 million tons budget that has been allocated for Article 6 transactions. Clean cooking technology dominates our project pipeline, making up about 39% of the total project applications. Among the clean cooking stoves, efficient cook stove is 42%, followed by wood stove, which is 35%, and electric stoves. The rest being LPG and hydrogen has an application each. And so we are very glad to have on board our pipeline project the institutional solar electric cook stoves or cookers. This will enable the schools adopt energy-efficient cook stoves that reduce firewood and charcoal consumption, lower carbon emissions. Carbon credits will also be generated from this venture. There are various instruments that are available to support project developers, including the International Carbon Crediting Scheme, such as Article 6 of the Paris Agreement, that's the compliance market. We also have what we call the voluntary carbon market and then the COSEA market. The CEO is available to support project developers through regulation, technical assistance, and capacity building in upscaling clean cook stove projects in Ghana. Let us work together to reduce indoor air pollution and create a sustainable future for all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Before our chief speak to us, may we take 5 minutes, cultural performance break, and then we'll come back to listen to our great chief here. Wow. Beautiful. Oh, please, we can clap better. We can clap better. Wow. Thank you so much. So refreshing. Nana Wadaruma, you say, dear, it's you. Take the mic, please.
Hello?
Yeah.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Me pese me de be fra poto kasa ne twi ni nyina.
Ekwan wo ho nana.
Em za borofo na doso. Ye de yanko school ni bi nti ya na ene mu hia ma twi ni bi abam na yenso yate de mo ka. Eno ase ye bo etiri nkosa. Ahwe be ko fie na ebuza ye se ko kan asem ben na ye de amaye. Yesere mo a ehun se school de na mum eduru ba bia mo nka ye nso kakra.
Yate.
Mpanimfo a yɛhyia ha yɛda mo nyinaa mo ase aseda kɛseɛ ɛfiri ɔna traditional council ɛne ne kɛseɛ paa firi adwoso traditional council ne asantema nyinaa yɛsɛ yɛda mo ase yɛda KNUST Suapɔn. We thank you for the honors that you made by choosing us as a community. I think there are a lot of communities around, but we don't know the reason why, as the schools were saying, they were chosen. But I think you might have your own reasons. As the MC was saying, they had their own reasons in choosing Yasantua for the project. But still, any reason that it is, we still are grateful that by the special care and the mechanism mo ayonko fa mo ne yafa no sabi enam so ama kanea ene ehyen aba ona ene ti hai sabi yekrum nkane no ebia mekasa mfie be mienu mienza atwam eko ni nyina no na kanea ni ho yedasum. I think the main grade coming to Ona is really far. So it would have taken a lot of years before Ona community would have enjoyed electricity. But God being so good, by the great honors of KNUST in collaboration of the UK partners and all the stakeholders involved in launching this program or project, has been able to, get us this far. So we thank them. We thank them first and foremost. We have one or two should I say, is it testimony that we would like or prefer to share with you as a people? that the lights that or the energy that has been given to on our community, whatever we've enjoyed from, we would like to share one or two of it. I think by now we've seen lights for the past 9 months that we have been in honor. I would say personally for my people, we have seen a highly economical, efficient energy source as compared to the main grid, which is the ECG. Ode kaniye ya namo mpanimfo yiso aba ekuromu ho etoto aban de no a cheze ho ka no omo na bo omo ka de na emom se ba se nki tua ka ho ka no e wo fom kra. We haven't been charged any amount in that effect. I'm saying this in a reason that if we were to contract them, that they should manufacture or build this kind of facility for us. And sika ebia anka di be shemu no. Ya de compare ECG dia any bills I be using in nearby be using from Sabre kosi emfie do bi be use no ya keka sika ne bomu a ebe chen sika ye de yes adwumadie nyina. And to us, we think it's highly economical. And this is my for being so more penny kania. We think it will be a good idea to choose this renewable energy source project. It's highly efficient. It's highly economical. Number 2, I think in the policies made by the governing body that made this project come to light, KNUST, in collaboration with the governing body, has discussed a proposed research center, or they are using the place or the project as a research center. And as a community, I think we are living in the forest. You know, it's really, really, really far, a little bit far. It's not that far. But then, still, when you don't have lights and good road networks, you become really far from the main society. But with the help of this facility, or the provision of this facility, it has made our town a research town. So from now onwards, I think we'll be seeing new faces, like students, corporate institutions, and other people coming to honor, either to learn or to see how we are using this facility in our daily lives. So it's our pleasure that obi firi ni fie ene ni kurom omo moti kuru kesiem etua sika eba besua de ewo ye kurom nanka sebi ekura se de ke yekwa na mane amahunu enso ne de enya mane amahunu biem asempa obeba ho a na bibi ne hia wonti na wo ba. So we thank the stakeholders that made this vision possible. So that is another benefit that we are benefiting in accordance to the project, the launching or the manufacturing or the building of the project. Also, after the commissioning of the project yesterday, the technical commissioning of the project yesterday, we've seen myself personally have received a couple of calls from other stakeholders and private individuals showing interest in coming on board to build, project in alignment of tourism. So, mpenimfo bi nso frefre se omo pese omo ede krono eye baabi a tourism de minim ne twi mum ensrahwe aha na chese sebie so ebeduru baabi no ona na wo tua sika na wa ba behwe se de ye tua sika ko legi bosomtwe ekɔhwe nsuo no kwa no ana etue sika fa ka akɔnkran ekɔhwe po no ene ona na nanu madaro ma ne twedi ampo adaro ma ne KNUST mpanimfo ne UK partners mpanimfo adaro ma ese abaye tourist center yegusu ne mpanimfo a mo eye in charge of tourism bedi nkomo in collaboration with KNUST. You say KNUST is your point. Unfortunately, we have a lot of stakeholders in this meeting. Right. They will also take it in consideration. However, suits them. Baby, I almost share. Almost be timid. Music abi ura. Kronim. Kwai biso. Amanabwa. Omonabwa eno. Omonso nchrentu omokwa. Se sebi obesi hotel ana obesi baby a ho jebia na recreational center bi kra ho a ebeboa fize minim se krom ha ebia yebetimi anya oman ana se kura entirely it relies on solar energy ye krom ye do so kakra ye hye ngura nim ye do so pa na emum ohwa se o man mu a efie kura use solar no ya na eto da ho azem odin na o man mu a rely on solar na sebi ye bobo ne ye lantern ne ye candles no hye ya dan ne ade no omu anu ada eja ho na ahye obesore ne waja pade ahye and by introducing this solar system no aboa amasa na ema ne nyina me sure say so beti nti ona akuro no emi se aha mpanimfo ohwe a yekuro mu honi eho nhye da anye fesa na emum ebre kakra bi minim se ebre kuma bi dwumadie ya abesi hoyi ede nkofo bebiri firi mia ebetua sika aba abehwe so we plead on stakeholders mpanimfo mo kan bi ewu mu koyi musika de da ba bi asabi mode to hokwa no munkukurumra asase ne de ohwe video no ana ohwe de da so ya twedi ampo adaworo ma ne nanano adaworo ma ebi da hopa eso de opese obeye oho bia obetimi anya baabi aye say factory say school say den we are trying and pleading on the technical people that built this facility for us to expand it to cover as much kilometers or as much landmarks that it could be. That in our subsequent or future endeavors, you know, our focus and our meeting with our elders, myself, and the community, we are planning to officially launch ONA as a renewable community where we don't rely on fossil fuel or other environmental degradation or environmental toxins that can harm our community. Yeah. Ye pese ye bo modern say bi ade we abantino. Ye pese ye bo modern na be fo kwan so. Se mpo ebetimi na cars ya yisu enwusie ene ne ma ni nyina ye be ba bi asabi oba obetimi akwa akogina na yetimi watimi afa abefo car yisu solar ibi na de abakuro nim se de be ya akuro mu ho no se bi ebetimi a maintain ye ecosystem no se de nananom de jaaye no a na enkwosei se de nananom jaa ho no ene ohwe a ba bi bebiri mia bebiri because of combustion as a musi Africa mu ne de no aduane ese o man no ti ona right abesi yetirim ne empanimfo tirim ze ye pese ye kuro ne de bibi a wo bia ye renewable nti empanimfo ahia ha se obi obi tirim se ana ne tirim po se o pese oye dwumadie bi saa ye ho ye bi apono nananom beje ne feso se even vehicles yikra na betimi akra bi aba kurom ha yenso sebi ye beje wa tu na aboa na afei na mpanimfo kasa mete se almost say almost encourage artisans, local artisans, so almost my building cooking equipment, you know. Na almost me di anu anuane. Ebe se dem say KNUST in Pennyvo. Say dem kan na za no. Na nanu ma da ro ma bi da ho. Say empo factory a mo de be sa assembly plant a mo de be sa cooking equipment, you know. Sebi kamu betimi abesi no na amaya. Yebe damase pa na ye mabunu na omoti kuromu ono zo munzo anya adwuma aye nti eniema kakra ya na yenso ona community ye betimi de ata dwumadi enachi ene nsem kakra ye betimi de aka e de adam panimfo a omohwe ma dwumadi nyina e ba so ase ye da mu nyina amase.
Wow, mwane kasa.
Na yedase mo ene kasa. We shall kindly invite the Provost for College of Engineering, Professor Kwabnanya Kumbrichum, to give us the closing remarks. Prof. Hey. Hey, Kafra.
Thank you all for the nice presentations. Chief of Honor, thank you for the positive feedback. I know now that there is a town in Ghana where they can never have Dumso. We also heard from the schools that the e-cookers work very well with so much benefit. I pray that a year from now, when we visit you, it will be the same story. I'm talking about sustainability of the investment. I hope you've put in adequate mechanisms to ensure that they are well maintained. I think I heard, is it EEL? One of the private companies. Yes. They did mention that we have been trained to maintain it well. So the savings you're making from the firewood, etc., please use it to maintain it. You are very lucky because you did not pay for these projects. My blood is green, and we were not privileged to have this. But we get one for ourselves, because Richard also has a green blood. Yes. So the next step is for us to scale up, because this is a good thing. So we need to scale it up in Ghana and even beyond. We heard from the Director General of TCC talking about training artisans, and that goes well with the need to scale up. And the Energy Commission also talked about getting us the standards so we can produce and manufacture these technologies locally. I heard project teams saying they are looking at how we can use these e-cookers for frying, and I heard Director General TCC saying we're already doing that, or they've started. Okay, so we're looking forward to the day you invite us here, where we'll get feedback or testimonials that this is working elsewhere so we can replicate. I must say, as KNUST, we are excited to be part of this because this aligns with our mission, which is to advance knowledge in science and technology through creating an enabling environment to undertake relevant research, quality teaching, entrepreneurship training, and community engagement to improve the quality of life. And I'm excited of what has happened in Una community. And Nana, we heard you clearly. You can trust us. We'll work with you. We'll work with you. Feedback from the schools is super. Let's work so that all schools will benefit from this. I also like to say a big thank you to the UK team for providing the funds, the project team for the hard work. You have really done well. You deserve a clap. And our national stakeholders, EPA, the Carbon Markets, Carbon Financing, Energy Commission, thank you for being a strong partner and working with us throughout all this. So for all of us here, for honoring our invitation, for being with us, we say thank you. We are very grateful. This is the beginning, this is not the end. So we'll push to make sure that what we're witnessing today will be sustainable. In 5 years, it will still be working in the pilot schools, and beyond that, we want to see it in all schools in Ghana and beyond. Thank you, and God bless us. And this is also for you.
Please, let's clap for ourselves. Let's clap for ourselves. Shall we kindly invite Reverend Father Antonina to close us? And then we'll enjoy some takeaway cultural performance from Ejaku and his grandchildren.
May I please beg indulgence to please rise for prayers. Our help is in the name of the Lord who made heaven and earth. Heavenly Father, we continue to give you thanks and praise for what we have witnessed today. The commissioning of Ghana Gold Project. We thank you for the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. We thank you for always crowning the efforts of the management, the leadership, staff, and students of this noble and prestigious university. And we thank you for making us the #1 destination of quality education, of which today we witness some of them. We thank you for the College of Engineering. We thank you for the KNUST, Sustainable Energy Service Unit. And we thank you in a very special way for our project team and all our collaborators and sponsors and financiers who have made us witness affordable, renewable, efficient, clean energy as a solution for our diverse need of energy within our dear nation and even our sub-region. It is our prayer that as we make these conversations, we hope and pray that you grant us a renewed effort into researching and making this available to all. We also pray that our policymakers will continue to invest in it. We pray for more partners and sponsors and involvement that we may be able to make this very accessible to our Ghanaian people. We thank you for how far we have come, and it's our prayer that as we think and promote these wonderful initiatives, you continue to grant us the energy and the graces to implement them to the greater glory of your name. We thank you for what we have witnessed today. We thank you for all the brains behind it. Continue to sustain them. Grant them the graces that they need to continue to do more for our nation and for the entire world. As we depart from here, lead us safely to our destination, safely and sound. Bless us, the work of our hands, our family, friends, and loved ones, and may we always find joy and fulfillment in our profession and our careers in life. May we always be grateful to you for the gift of our life, for your blessings and favors. We ask all these through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Yes, so please, the dignitaries invited, there will be group pictures here, so please, you are not leaving. I want, yes, please. So the invited guests, please come here as we enjoy some cultural performances from Ejako Nimo. Nananom, Madam.
Oh yeah.